What made 1986 one of the most unforgettable years in modern history? From disasters that stunned the world to breakthroughs that changed it forever. This year had it all. And here's the fun part, what year should we cover next? Drop your pick in the comments, and it just might be the next deep dive on this channel. So, let's rewind to 1986. April 26, 1986, in Pripyat, Ukraine, reactor number 4 at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant exploded during what was meant to be a routine test. A massive fireball sent radioactive clouds drifting across Europe. Firefighters rushed in without protection. Many would pay with their lives. Entire cities were evacuated, leaving ghost towns frozen in time. Chernobyl became the world's worst nuclear accident, poisoning generations and forever reshaping global views on atomic power. January 28, 1986. At Cape Canaveral, Florida, millions of people watched live as the Space Shuttle Challenger broke apart just 73 seconds after launch. All 7 astronauts were lost, including Krista McAuliffe, the first civilian teacher chosen for space. America was stunned. Later investigations revealed warnings about faulty O-rings had been ignored. NASA's reputation collapsed overnight, forcing reforms across the program. The Challenger explosion remains one of the most haunting tragedies of the space age. May 25, 1986, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, millions of Americans joined hands in a coast-to-coast chain stretching from New York to California. The event, called Hands Across America, raised millions for the homeless and hungry. Though criticized for limited impact, the spectacle symbolized unity and compassion in Reagan-era America. Helicopter shots captured an unforgettable sight, millions standing shoulder to shoulder across deserts, cities, and rivers. January 24, 1986, NASA's Voyager 2 spacecraft swept past Uranus, becoming the first probe to explore the icy giant. Stunning images revealed 11 new moons, bizarre tilted rings, and a magnetic field unlike any other. Scientists were astonished. The flyby gave humanity its only close-up view of Uranus, expanding our understanding of the solar system's mysteries. July 24th through August 2, 1986, Edinburgh, Scotland hosted the Commonwealth Games. But more than 30 nations boycotted in protest of Britain's stance on apartheid South Africa. With the lowest participation since 1950, the event became a political battleground. Empty stadiums and dwindling crowds highlighted how global sport could no longer escape the weight of politics and morality. February 25, 1986. In Manila, millions of Filipinos poured into the streets in a massive, peaceful uprising against dictator Ferdinand Marcos. Tanks were stopped by human chains, nuns prayed in defiance, and soldiers began to defect. Within days, Marcos fled into exile, and Corazon Aquino was sworn in as president. The People Power Revolution became a symbol of democracy's triumph, proving that unarmed citizens could topple even the most entrenched dictatorships. February 19, 1986. From the Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan, the Soviet Union launched Mir, the world's first modular space station.
Orbiting Earth, Mir became a symbol of endurance, hosting astronauts for long-term missions. For 15 years, it was humanity's home in space, outlasting the Cold War that created it. Mir's legacy paved the way for the International Space Station.
July 28, 1986, in London, 25-year-old estate agent Suzy Lamplugh vanished after meeting a mysterious Mr. Kipper for a house viewing. Despite massive investigations, no trace was ever found. Her disappearance gripped Britain, sparking fears of a serial killer. The case remains unsolved, one of the UK's most haunting mysteries.
June 23, 1986. In Paris, software engineer Eric Thomas created LISTSERV, the world's first email list management system. What began as a tool for academics soon spread worldwide, transforming digital communication. Every newsletter, group email, and online forum owes its roots to LISTSERV. In the age before social media, this invention quietly connected the world. May 25, 1986, on the Meghna River in Bangladesh, the ferry Shemia capsized during a violent storm. More than 600 people drowned in the chaos. It was one of the deadliest maritime disasters in modern history. The tragedy highlighted chronic overcrowding, poor safety standards, and the deadly vulnerability of Bangladesh's river transport system. January 31, 1986, in Minneapolis, Minnesota, surgeons implanted the Jarvik 7 artificial heart into 40-year-old Mary Lund. She became the first woman to receive a permanent artificial heart. Though she later received a transplant, her case pushed the boundaries of medical science. The operation captured imaginations worldwide, symbolizing the thin line between life and technology. September 8, 1986, in Chicago, a young talk show host named Oprah Winfrey debuted The Oprah Winfrey Show. Her charisma and honesty broke television barriers. Within months, Oprah became a household name, reshaping media and culture. By giving a voice to everyday people, her show redefined talk television and launched her into global stardom. January 1, 1986, Europe expanded westward as Spain and Portugal officially joined the European Community. After decades under dictators Franco and Salazar, both nations embraced democracy and integration. The move reshaped Europe's political and economic future, marking the Iberian Peninsula's return to the heart of the continent. February 3, 1986, a small tech gamble quietly reshaped entertainment forever. Steve Jobs purchased a struggling division from Lucasfilm, renaming it Pixar. With John Lasseter's bold vision, the company fused artistry and computing power in ways the world had never seen. Few realized this quiet birth in Silicon Valley would ignite a storytelling revolution, culminating in Toy Story and the dominance of digital animation. The future of film was forged that day, not in Hollywood, but in the hands of dreamers with computers. For centuries, humanity awaited this cosmic visitor, On February 9, 1986, Halley's comet swung closest to the Sun, a once-in-a-lifetime spectacle dazzling skywatchers across Earth. Amateur astronomers gathered in cold night air, gazing upward at the glowing streak racing through the heavens. Though less brilliant than in past centuries, the comet still carried a chilling sense of history, seen by Mark Twain, medieval kings, and now the space age. It was a fleeting reminder of our place in the cosmos, a ghostly messenger passing by. January 19, 1986, in Lahore, Pakistan, two brothers unleashed Brain, the world's first IBM PC virus. Spread by floppy disks, it infected computers worldwide, slowing systems, corrupting data, and terrifying users who had no idea what was happening. It was a chilling moment. Humanity realized computers could be attacked just like cities, with invisible weapons. This digital plague marked the dawn of cyber warfare, a shadowy battleground that still haunts us today. November 20, 1986. By then, the AIDS epidemic had claimed thousands and sparked global panic. That day, the World Health Organization launched its first worldwide initiative to fight the virus. For the first time, the disease was recognized not just as a medical crisis, but as a threat to humanity itself. Scientists, governments, and activists rallied under one banner. Though stigma and fear raged, this moment marked the beginning of a global fight, one that would last decades but save millions of lives. And that was 1986, a year of unforgettable moments from tragedy to triumph. If you enjoyed this trip through history, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Now it's your turn. What year should I cover next? Drop it in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Stay curious.